Who would be embarrassed to post stuff online?
Oh, none of us, obviously. We are.
I'm
really not. I gotta be honest. It doesn't. All of my videos have been so like just raw of me like lying on the ground and like doing everything. The only first of all, I'm just lazy. Like I'm just lazy and don't want to do it. They put that 1 minute like thing on it where it's like, yeah, it needs to be a minute to be like monetized, and I was like, that is not in my interest at all.
Yeah,
and then also just
thing.
like
that just made me excited.
I was space on my phone too. Where I was like,
struggled to edit anything under the minute. So
that's me.
No, it's so hard.
I was excited about that, but I mean I haven't made that many videos.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's.
I feel like I always struggled to make.
I mean, it's still
videos.
It sucks that you can't just do either or, because before that was it. It was like you either opt into it or you don't, and now it's just like you have to. So,
because I didn't opt into it because I enjoy my 5-second meme videos.
Well, you have to. They're literally getting rid of it. They force you into it.
Yeah, I know that now. Yeah, that's why.
Which is like, I like doing the half and half. I like doing the little 5-second baits with like, here's easy text over it just to like get my video for every however many days out of the way, and then doing like a vlog that only my actual followers would pay attention to. And then they were like, no, they all have to be like a minute for it to matter. And I was kind of like, oh,
yeah. Well, if you want to. You can monetize short form if you just use YouTube Shorts.
Thanks.
That's what I'm.
Gabriel.
You know, my YouTube short got 57 views.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the Super Underground podcast. We got some new people here. Not really new people though. If you watched my videos for a long time, you've probably seen all these people before, but if somehow there's someone that's only watching the podcast, like the one person that's committed and has not seen anything else from any of us, then we should probably introduce everybody. I'm not going to do it.
That's the part where somebody introduces themselves.
I should have asked, are we in the same place we are like on our screen?
Yes.
Like, am I in the...
yeah, this is what it looks like.
Hang on, I gotta like turn. I can't see my camera. Just a literal like I'm looking at you, but I'm hypothetically kissing you because I can't see what I'm looking at.
Scoot in a little bit more,
you guys left me down here with OG.
Right.
Why'd I get stuck down here?
That was good. I can't see like when I'm looking this way. My camera's here, so I literally cannot see.
No, okay.
Here, OG.
Listen, I can shuffle people around if you have any requests.
No, I like that.
Yeah, fuck off. This is exactly how I need it. I'm sorry. I need OG specifically on that side of the bottom because it just feels right that it's underneath Callie and I.
Okay.
Like stomp on him.
Right,
yeah, literally just like. All right. Anyway.
So you go first. Let's go in order. Let's go in order of
top.
How do you want us to like introduce ourselves? Be like, yeah, I'm the dude that lives in the woods. Like, no,
hey,
I know what
I've made 5 whole TikToks.
Yeah.
Yes, that's me.
Actually, you know what? I mean, your names will just be on screen anyway, so you don't have to introduce yourself.
On screen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want us to
third.
genuinely do the like, hi, I'm Flowers for Bandy. That also goes by Mountain Bandy in game, and I think that's all that I go by anywhere. Yeah. It's Flowers for Bandy on everything that matters.
Maybe
and I post on Twitter/X.
Yeah, you are kind of more of a Twitter.
Yeah, you are a Twitterer.
You're a Twitter influencer.
Yeah, I am.
You're an Xer.
I'm an AR gamer on X. Essentially, I'm definitely gonna make a TikTok comeback.
I'm an X gamer. That's not confusing at all.
Guys, you guys should follow me on Twitter. I would really like to start posting
about my rats that are now dead. Thank you, Callie.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Cut the cameras.
No, well, Peridot is essentially me rat posting at this point. Like when I post about Peridot, that's the space that should be dedicated to my rats that I can't do anymore. So now, if you guys, I would really like it if you guys could follow me on X so I can talk about my Peridots.
So
I'll have to remake that video.
Are you saying that, like Peridots could in the future replace real pets? Is that what you're like trying?
We can't have a Peridot conversation just yet. Other people need to do their intros first.
Yeah, or we could introduce. We could just introduce us as a group, which is like, what's up? We're the Pogo TikTok crew.
No, all right, no. Everybody do their intro. I already did my Flowers for Bandy. So Callie.
Okay, hi, my name's Callie. My TikTok is like a bunch of numbers. It doesn't matter.
It'll be on.
I don't post. You can find me in the comments of anyone else's video if you actually care.
What do you?
True. Actually, that
you're the
goes
best
for
TikToker
everybody.
here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We mod.
Yeah, literally. That's all. I'm done.
Yeah, we're all gateway drugs into each other's accounts. So as long as
That
you're
is
following
true.
one of us, you
No,
probably
true.
have seen everyone.
Kaya.
Oh man, this
Stop
feels
texting me.
like the first week of school again.
on.
But I just got home.
Share a fun fact about yourself. 2 truths and a lie.
Hi,
I
my
hated
name
that. I
is
could never
Kaya.
do that because I don't have that many.
Two
Like,
truths.
Stop talking over Kaya. Go ahead, Kaya.
No, I don't want to talk over Kaya. Jeez. Kaya. Go by Chef Kaya online. Unfortunately. Yeah, I make Pokemon Go stuff. It's been barren and very uninspiring.
But it's not
Oh,
dying.
I'm
We're gonna
not
talk.
done.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
be back.
gonna get
It's
there. We're gonna
not
talk about
dying,
that.
guys.
We still play this game, despite everything.
I'm OG Slender. I also make Pokemon Go content, but I would like to not make only Pokemon Go content, but it doesn't do very good. So
Relatable, yeah.
That's real.
That's my
But-
Overwatch
That's
account.
Oh,
I will say I do want to do more Pokemon Go stuff. It's just same as Kaya, who's over here. I don't know why I'm flipped. I'm
Pogo.
uninspired. There's nothing to do.
Pogo Summer 2024. Just that it'll definitely bounce back.
It'll happen, yeah.
We'll get to that though. We have to. We're gonna
we've got
talk
a
about.
list.
But
New
like,
York City
what's
too,
happening
guys.
in Pokemon Go like right now is the question.
Nothing.
What was a
in
big
here.
event?
There was an EV spotlight hour today.
I saw that.
Oh, was there? I forgot about.
Yeah.
I forgot about.
Yes,
the
I
it's
spotlight.
I have over 1,000 checks. I've still never got one. Fun fact.
That's
That's
great.
my
That's
one.
actually
You know how
crazy.
everyone has that one that they just can't get.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine.
Yeah, you should have
Mhm.
just logged in on one of the 6 or 7 community days, but you know.
Okay.
Does anyone have any good Rowlet Community Day stories?
No.
Anybody?
I got 500
Anybody?
checks an hour. at
Anybody
the
do
mall.
anything cool for Rowlet Community Day by chance?
Nah,
Oh.
nobody did anything.
No.
Nobody even played that one.
Hey Gabe,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reverse the
barely
question
played.
to you and hit you with an Uno reverse here. What'd you do
Uh-huh.
for Rowlet Community Day by chance?
I took a risk for Rowlet Community Day.
Wow, tell me more.
I did not play Rowlet Community Day in Florida, where it's a lot easier to play.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, really?
I
Where'd
just
you go?
I heard somebody needed help playing it in other areas of the world because I've heard Pokemon Go is
Who
difficult to
needs
play.
help
Needed
playing
help?
Community
Yeah,
Day?
what?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. What
It's
idiot
like,
needed help?
You could
dude?
literally
What are you
sit at your
doing?
house
Helping
and
the
do it.
fortunate?
This stupid woman
Yeah.
didn't know how to play
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, so I had to go show her.
So
Wait, a woman? We're assuming. Where'd you go?
Oh man! Oh, my bad. Oh, sorry.
It might have been New Jersey. I think in the area.
Oh my
New
god,
Oh,
York,
I've heard
New
of
Jersey.
there.
Who do we
heard
know
that
that lives in New Jersey? Oh, the wrong way. Why am I mirrored? Dang, that would have been funny. I missed.
Yeah. I've never seen snow before or any of that. So that's why it was a risk.
Ever?
I've seen snow before. I haven't experienced
Like on the
living
computer or in real life.
and driving and existing in snow on not
It's a
on
lot
computer.
It's a lot
There was
harder.
one singular Christmas where it snowed in North Carolina, but we didn't go anywhere. We just like hung out at the house. So it's like, wow, snow. Okay, let's go back inside. Didn't have to like weather through it.
That's insane.
But I'm not gonna. Technically, I'm gonna have a video about all that. So like, I don't need to explain all that because you can just watch it.
A video in a month.
Yeah, in like a month, whenever that's done.
Mm-hmm.
By then, we'll have another video to be posted.
And I'm sure other people have really good like community day stories. So I don't want to talk too much. I just had to fight the snow. That's
Is that a
all.
reference to me? Is that supposed to be my cue?
No, whoever
No,
wants. I mean,
okay.
maybe you
It's
didn't
your
even
calm
play.
day. It's your calm day, so.
Oh my god, yeah, actually, wait, I should be the one talking.
Yeah.
Oops, my
Yeah.
bad, guys. I forgot that it was my calm day. Yeah, so I don't know. Can I spoil that you were here, or is that like
Yes,
we're
yeah,
avoiding
you
that?
can-
Oh,
yeah.
We
okay,
just
no,
talked
cool.
about it.
We just
Yeah, well,
just
we didn't explicitly say we were together, okay? We technically said he
You're what?
came out here.
You what?
That we were together in my state.
You guys are together or what? Sorry.
I need
That was the
Jesus in
joke.
my life so bad. I'm so bad at this
Anyways, how
podcast.
was your community day, Rowlet lady?
Okay, so my community day. So listen, let me start off by saying that if I played this community day solo, and I have said this, if I played this community day solo, I wouldn't have. Like, I just flat out wouldn't have. And that's not me being like if Gabe wasn't here. No, like literally, if I was alone with my vehicle in my mountains, it wouldn't have happened. Like, that literally would have just been too
what are the odds?
weather.
What are the odds that a record break? I mean, I don't know if it's record breaking, but it's been a while since you guys have had that much.
No, that was like 15 inches of. I might be lying. My dad said 15 inches. So if my dad's lying, okay, that's not my problem.
A dad never lies about it.
My dad would never exaggerate on the internet and spread misinformation. Never.
His fish
but,
is also that big.
All right.
Yeah.
So
listen.
What I'm gathering is that when you finish the story, I'm going to start crying. But continue.
No.
No, it's more of a threat. It's actually going to end with more of like a threat, but
no, a threat.
Yeah.
Who are we threatening?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to think of a threat here? Because I didn't have a threat.
Let me plug in my
mind.
phone. Hold on, sorry.
But yeah, so preface is that like if I played this community day solo, like it wouldn't have happened. Like the weather was just bad. And also like if I did manage to go out in the weather, like in my car, I would have like done it. And my car's not bad in the weather, you know, it's just like I'm not gonna deal with that. But like I would have just been miserable. Like it was freezing, okay, like actually freezing, which the video will in fact show like what we went through to play the community day, because it was pretty brutal. Like I think the only reason that anyone could have enjoyed that was just being like, yeah, no, I'm with people and we're being like idiots essentially. But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was terrifying. The drive home was terrifying.
that I was about to say was not that we were driving and playing ever.
No, the literal just drive home.
We would never do that.
I would never.
No.
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like, you can drive to a place, and I think what most people do is in weather like that is they park somewhere and then they just play like under Pokestops. But
not in the winter.
But not. I mean, also not when you have to
it.
check research tasks, because the goal is again the Shundo Rowlet.
That is true.
So
you want to know how many research tasks I did on Rowlet Community?
OG, you sound terrible.
Your audio got messed up.
His mic's breaking because his camera's falling.
So during Rowlet Community Day, I did one research task, and that was on accident out of fear of getting a Shundo.
You should have been really scared. You should have been
scared.
my
god, that's so funny.
Research task, man.
And I normally do a lot of the research tasks.
That
so
you really
I was scared of getting a Shundo, yeah.
You actively avoided doing them? Did everybody do
on
that?
Looper Day I did. I'm scared of getting Shundos of people's stuff because they will kill me. Especially
That's really smart. That's actually
Especially
really
if that
smart.
would have been my first Shundo, I literally would have like been soul crushed.
I would have literally transferred it and never told anyone.
Yeah.
See, my thing is like y'all could have honestly kept it over time. Like I wouldn't have cared. And actually, we'll wrap this into like y'all could have kept it. Don't tell me in the moment, because realistically, once you see the video that Gabe is going to post of the, did you actually?
No.
Okay.
I actually did.
But once we see that Bandy got a Shundo, and
then you can say it. But don't come here and like take and do one of those, because even I actually hustled through a snowstorm to try and I would have been so actually like, damn. That's I
don't think I realized how much danger I was in, because I was doing a lot of research tests.
Oh my god! All right, and then also, so we're sitting there. I
didn't even think about it.
We're sitting there in the kitchen. We're doing trades. These trades are for me, and that's not me being selfish. These trades are for me, and as Plexus himself has said, they were for me. We were trading Rowlets. He wanted to get me, mind you. Let me preface with, I have already given him a lucky hundo. Prior to this, I gave him a lucky Onyx that he needed for his hundo decks. So like I fulfilled that for him. I hunted Onyxes. I gave it to him. Right. We're trading Rowlets in the kitchen, y'all. We're sitting there. I'm sitting on a little chair. Like we had gotten food and like gone back, and I was like decompressing as our fellow like non-neurotypical people need to do. You know, I'm sitting there. I'm like, got the lights dimmed. I'm like recharging. We're trading, and we do trades. And he looks at me when he's making drinks, and he goes, "Huh."
Creation of that noise.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, and he holds it up, and I was like, I'm taking a picture and I'm sending it to the group chat because they're gonna understand the danger you're in.
I can see him.
There he is.
On the
you can't see it. Hang on.
Oh, I knew he was in danger. I'm surprised to see him here today.
You can't see it.
No, oh my god. So it gets like Bye, Kaya.
Bye, Kaya.
Kaya's gone.
It gets worse too, and I'm gonna out a little bit more about this, and then we can continue on. But so I gave him that. That killed my vibe entirely. Like,
Yeah.
boner so soft. I don't know what I can say on this podcast. I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm from New Jersey. I don't know what you want here. You crop whatever you want. So I gave him that. So at that rate, I'd given him 2 lucky hundos. He'd given me 0. Zip. And I'm like, all right, fun. And then later on, even worse, it's not a Rowlet. He ended up giving me literal trash. But he did give me 2 lucky shiny Rowlets, which I will reveal to the class. Now that we are on the Shundo hunt, every trade will be a shiny Rowlet. But yeah, and then I gave him a random hundo spiel. Later on. There it is. Random
That's
trade.
Crazy.
So I've given this man, I gave him 2
really
hundos
crazy.
on the trip, and I've given him a total of 3, and he has given me 0.
Yeah. But in the spirit of Bandy, it was a non-lucky hundo. So
And
but it was still a crime though.
And just all that magic going on, like just that lucky like trading. Me and Callie finally hit lucky friends for the first time ever. So like
congrats.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's finally a thing. Maybe
Actually,
for once I can have a lucky trade with everyone. If Kaya
I have. You ready for this?
and
Dude?
Bandy do better.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
We
So we have this one,
before,
which you can kind of see how bad that is. This way. Pretty bad. 12, 14, 12.
This is my
and then we also
lucky friends with all 5. Oh, it's not showing. Sad.
Yeah,
But just
you'll have to turn your brightness down.
Maybe.
But it's fine
Anyway.
because I went on to get like a bunch of full odd shinies right after I left, like Morlul, which you can't
that was
see
really
that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Literally the second he
Dude.
Halo, Sunker.
Right after you left Bandy.
right after I pulled my Morlul. Yep.
No, the fact that you haven't gotten a hundo from me is crazy, considering we've done probably 600-700 trades.
Way more
at
than
least.
That. No way, way more than that.
Maybe closer to 1,000.
Easy.
I don't understand.
We
It
can
just means
trade
that
up, like every day.
it means that the first one will probably be a shiny Rowlet, but we'll see.
That is, that's how.
That's all that means.
Well,
yeah,
you're
she'll
all
give you a
giving me
shiny Rowlet,
Rowlets.
and it will be.
Yeah.
I know, literally the only people I have lucky friends with have possibly the best Pokemon in the game, but it's fine.
I'm trying.
So you guys really drive in snow and ice, like
Not
every
if
year?
I have
How
to
else
avoid
would
it.
I get anywhere?
Yeah, gotta.
You
So
guys
we're
do
out-
that?
Gotta
Cut
go
to
to
me slip and sliding in a car. No, not really. There was one moment where it got a little iffy, but we survived.
Yeah.
No. This man, like, firstly, we went in a parking lot because I told him to preface, I was like, hey, if it gets like really bad, like I will be driving. I hate driving, but if it gets bad,
no,
like,
I was ready
driving.
to surrender the wheel because it was like, I'm new here.
He's new here. And I was like, if it gets bad,
Here.
like I want to drive. But like on his own, he was like, yeah, I kind of want to go into a parking lot. It was like near the end of community. He's like, I want to go into a parking lot and like floor it a little bit and see what we're working with, what it feels like to slip and slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, as he sits there grinning, and he
it didn't
he
work.
did.
It's a
It
It didn't work.
fun.
You know, everyone, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Just
rental,
keep sliding.
the rental we had was too good at like not letting me have fun.
It did. It kind of
It fought me. It did the anti-traction or
What was that look for?
whatever the thing is.
me looking at him because I was not having fun. Slipping and sliding in a snowstorm was not fun
it's
for
so
me.
scary.
I don't know what
It's
kind of fun.
scary.
No, because it was so
I
polar opposite. And like I tweak in cars regardless, like essentially. We all know that. But so we're in a snowstorm. I'm being driven by a guy from Florida who's never been in the snow. So I'm kind of like, okay, this is fine. And like, okay, OG, don't get
Sorry.
so personal with it.
I
Anyway.
needed to make sure it's
And
charging
so like
still.
we were
I didn't
like
like that he was that close.
that's what I'm saying. But we were like cruising. He did really good. Like honestly, he probably drove better than some people that live here and deal with it. But at one point, we were going on like a double lane highway that we had to merge onto a bigger highway with, and I kept telling him, I was like, "Well, try not to do this. Try not to like slow to a complete stop. Like
Mhm.
you know, the basics." And this person turns in front of us to like go this way, and just entirely fishtails in front of us, and I was like, and he just kind of like with his little VGM music is like, meh, and just keeps driving, and I was like,
That's what you do. Yeah.
I was like,
unbothered entirely.
yeah, that's what happens.
I mean, you're not really. What else are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cry.
I'm just glad everyone else on the
Cry.
road was going about as slow as I was. Nobody seemed in a rush. They were all very
everybody
afraid.
goes slow. If you rush, you get in a wreck. That's just how it
Yeah.
is.
So I was like, at least I don't feel like I have people like pushing me to go faster, which is how
Yeah.
Florida is on most
Most
highways.
people, and I've noticed that most people will not push you to go faster, just depending
Like,
on
they
what your
know,
car looks
right?
like. Like when I drove my
No,
2000
yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's some vehicles on the road, and I'm so much further back from them than I am like other vehicles. Like if I see you,
Yeah,
like
that
my
makes
old
sense.
car, Clementine, I would expect people to stay 30 feet
Yeah,
away
no,
from
they
me,
would not come near
minimum
my
in
car.
that car. If I saw someone else driving Clementine on the road in the snowstorm, I would literally route
turning
a
off the
different.
road.
I'm literally turning off the road and turning my car off for at least 10 minutes because I'm gonna get down this road and they're gonna be in the ditch. Like they're gonna be in the snowbank. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, it's
No.
bad.
We did it, and then we didn't go anywhere the next day. We just because it was like,
We
yeah,
really
that's enough
couldn't.
driving.
No, yeah, that's so fair.
It's too much snow.
It's awful.
And the
I
way
hate
it lined up, it started snowing at 1 p.m. or no, maybe even earlier.
No, it started snowing earlier because I looked out the window and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's snowing," and you were like, "Well, we're going."
We left at it was snowing by like 11, which is when we left at, or no, I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah.
it was starting to just get really bad by the time the event ended, and like literally, if it had been any different, I don't know that we would have been able to do it. The timing of that was just so insane. They really didn't want you to play Rally Community Day.
No,
And I think you predicted this would happen like a couple years ago.
I'll have to go back and look for the messages, and I said it was funny too because last year around the same time, I think it was January, we got the Rowlett Spotlight Hour, and I was like, I originally had called out of work because the roads were so bad. I have pictures from that and everything, but I'd called out of work because the roads were so bad, and then I like just remembered. I was like, oh my god, it's Rowlett Spotlight Hour, and that's like around when I think font sizes were like still kind of newish. So I was like, I'm going out for a big Rowlett. Like, I know he's gonna get a community day, but yeah, so I did a snowstorm then, and then ever since then, when like I think he was data mined, I was like, they're gonna place it in the middle of winter. I was saying it in the summer. I was like, they're gonna place it in the middle of winter, and it's going to be like one of the only days that we get a pretty massive and severe snowstorm. And lo and behold.
Were other grass starters in the winter too, like that? Like when did Bulbasaur community day?
Yeah, Bulbasaur was January.
Bulbasaur
like
was
so it's a pattern that they've stuck with. Okay.
Even the classic, yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, which is like.
But yeah, we made it work.
Hate me.
Oh,
so
we almost tied too. We almost had the same amount of shiny Rowletts, except I had one that like I got it right before the event ended and I couldn't catch it in time, and then the clock.
No, you quick capped it and ran from it for no reason.
That's so dumb. Why would you do that?
Oh,
you quick capped it. Yeah.
Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah. You quick capped it. I said, why did you do that? You could have caught it, and you were like,
that was
so
impatient. You'd rather risk completely.
Oh no, he lost his 47th shiny.
Yeah.
I didn't quick catch a single Rowlett that was shiny. I made sure I caught every single one.
Do you guys know that your numbers off the top of your head?
59.
Oh, you got
I think I got.
I don't know my numbers, but I'll go
52.
That's
I think
a lot of
I ended up with 11, but to be fair, I slept.
I got 3 big ones
through it and only woke up the last 40 minutes and almost had a panic attack.
Oh my god!
I slept through like 2/3 of it, and
yeah,
then
no, I still got like 12 though.
Why were
23. So.
Sleeping through Rowlett Community Day. Is this like live confessions? Was this known already?
There's my
I gotta be honest, if Gabe and I weren't locked to like essentially just lures and Pokestops for a good chunk of it, because like we hoofed a good amount of it, but it was like pretty.
Yeah, we were in basically in one park for the whole thing, but it was a pretty big park. There's just there was a lot we couldn't reach from a car, so you had to like get out.
A lot of research tasks. Yeah. It was
yeah.
Plus, like, not a lot of my locals were out there actually, like, luring. And the ones that did put down lures, put down, like, magnetic lures and water lures.
Oh, my God. That drove me. I don't think I recorded my reactions to that as much, but I was genuinely angry.
Yeah.
Like, the incompetence, like.
He was like, your locals are like this? I was like, yeah. Like.
Why?
That happened a lot where I was at too. I was like, this is so dumb.
That made me mad.
And it's like there was a specific honey hole where we parked because like again we hoofed it and like moved around a lot. But there's a specific honey hole at the park that I go to that is just a strip of a ton of Pokestops. Like it was obviously
it's a lot. Like, I'm surprised that there aren't screenshots of that online. Like, that's an intense.
Yeah, it's a lot.
spot.
And so it's like the perfect spot to sit if it's like bad weather, because it's so perfect that it's like, even with like just lures going on, you can sit there and like farm. But my locals had put down like, I think only one of the stops before we got there was a normal lure. And then I put down 2 normal lures, and I think Gabe threw down like 1. And everything else was like magnetic. Or icy or water.
Yeah.
Not even the grass one. There was like 1 grass one. And I was like, you guys are my enemies. Every time I come to this park, I'd be looking for the names that put down the like colorful lures on my Pokestops.
I don't even think the grass ones spawn rowlets, because I haven't updated like the spawn pool from them in forever.
We got a few rowlets off of some of the like. What would you even call them?
I mean,
like,
half of the like elemental lures, for half the time it gives. Normally.
And then we were getting like Magnemites and
your
like
Magnemites, your Aerons.
I was so frustrated.
Did you get a shiny Troopy though? Because that's really the only reason.
We saw 2. We saw 2, and that's it. And I literally was clicking them. I was thinking, OG doesn't have this yet.
Yeah, you were correct.
Oh, is that one of the ones you're missing? Oh, I didn't know.
That is like one of the big ones I'm missing, because
I didn't even know that could be shiny. To be honest,
yeah.
Is that boosted at all?
They launched it forever ago, and it's basically only been in eggs since.
It's only been in like 7K eggs at full odds.
Yeah,
like it's not even like.
Wait, which Pokemon?
Troopy, the cherry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Loki's asking, what if we got a Shundo Magnemite off that?
I
don't care.
I thought you said Troopy.
I told Loki that I was
asking you
very
that?
sad.
Oh.
Very sad was my response.
So sad.
If you had gotten that instead of
To be fair, I would have been excited because I know y'all are gonna look at me funny. I still don't have an actual Shundo in my book. Like, I know I have the Articuno that I purified.
Nobody's looking at you funny for that. We all agree.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because like it's a Shundo. OG doesn't.
OG, who cares? Who cares?
I know who cares, but he
I don't have a
aggravates me
Shundo in my
very
book
often.
if we're gonna count it that way, because I don't have a full odd Shundo.
You literally got a full odds Pikachu off of a random trade. Get out of my face.
It is technically off a trade, but I didn't catch it myself.
Oh my god.
Well, I did.
I didn't catch it myself. I just caught it on my
account.
Yeah.
It was my
oh my
alt
god.
account, which is my girlfriend.
But yeah, TLDR. If I got a Shundo Magnemite, like I would have been annoyed that it wasn't Rowlet for obvious reasons, but also like I still don't have technically a Shundo in my book, so I don't think I would have been heartbroken. I think I would have like, I finally got it, I'm free, and then uninstalled it.
But like,
immediately.
Shundo Articuno is kind of. I think everybody in the group has to get one now. So like, you're just done.
Book.
Yeah.
Like to join the club, you have to at least be actively trying to get a Shundo Articuno. Yeah.
But that'll come after the pseudo.
A waste of a lot of trades.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't like
it's so funny too, because we will move on, I promise. But so I had messaged Gabe because he had the first Shundo Articuno. That's like his whole gimmick. And I didn't purify that for a long time. Like
actually, his Shundo Articuno was mine.
No one cares.
It was.
No one asked. No one cares.
I checked that box so fast, literally within the first.
Okay, so hold up. When he trades himself a Pikachu, it doesn't count as a Shundo in his book. But when he trades Gabe the Shundo Articuno, it suddenly counts. I'm just gonna point that out real quick for everyone that's listening. But anyway, so I had messaged Gabe like on a whim, and I was like, to be fair, like this is your bird. Like if I don't get a Shundo before the next time I see you, you can purify it. Like that's just your bird. Like it's all you. And then literally like the next week you got invited out here for that Niantic event.
Yeah, that was funny.
So I was kind of like, damn, I just like dug my grave and just instantly guaranteed purifying this bird. And I tried. I like grinded out like a bunch of events and it just didn't happen. And then I got purified and you guys were very upset at me. And I was like, listen, I said it thinking it would happen on the... Someone said in the chat that was like, oh, you purified it without like the
We all
there.
did. What are you talking about, Callie?
Yeah.
I said good job.
It might have just been Kaya that was like, you should do it in a group. But my plan was to do it like on the next group trip. But like,
I wasn't offended that you did it without us. Yeah. But I wasn't.
So like my plan was to do it on the next group trip because realistically that just would have made sense. That would have been the next time I would have seen Gabe. And also he kept saying he was going to come out for Rowlet. Rowlet wasn't confirmed at that point either. So in my brain, I was like, yeah, it'll happen on the next group trip because I'm not going to get a Shundo. And then he got invited out to New York.
Honestly, it would have been nice if Niantic did pull a fast one and just did something completely different. But they've been so formulaic for so many years that like we could just predict everything now, and then whatever we can't predict gets leaked. So it's like, oh, fun. We love surprises.
The leaks have helped the game a lot, though, because honestly, it is nice knowing what's happening next month to look forward to. Because right now this event sucks, but I will say there's still
for scheduling
stuff happening like the next few weeks.
Yeah, who's looking forward to Chansey Day? Woo!
No. Oh my god!
I rolled my eyes when
it was a Chansey Research Day, really?
No, it's a
community day
for Chansey, and already boosted, perma boosted, like
that's been in so many events and has gotten a costume and everything.
Where is my side up community day? God dang.
No, literally, no. Don't do the community day. Do the research day. That way we can get you the shundo. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Sudowoodo could technically have a research day if I think
you're getting a hash day. Be quiet. Oh my god.
I haven't done anything yet.
Pish posh.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of done with expecting Niantic to drop genuine surprises, but they did say this was going to be like a blockbuster year. Like we got big features
and Rowlet,
and they're starting off strong with Chansey Community Day. Like what the?
Yeah, I don't.
We did get Rowlet, but that might be it.
They said whatever features they're dropping, and I don't know what those features could be. I don't know what would really convince anyone.
More stuff just for the local community.
Well, I will say that the new critical capture feature is probably one of the most it's one of the biggest features for the game ever. Hitting I wonder how long that's actually been in the game, or if that's
what I was wondering too.
Like 2 days ago, and people figured it out. Because
I don't know, people figure stuff out pretty fast, but
but it's just it was a random time to have it kind of come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a cool. I mean, that makes it. If you know for sure, you can guarantee a catch if you really aim properly. That's cool. That's
y'all
cool.
Can aim.
Yeah.
I tried a couple times since OG sent that, and I have yet to successfully.
Oh, really?
Y'all can aim. Y'all can aim. Yeah. Not me. No. Not with my nails. I have to use the side of my finger on a prayer and hope that I land at literally anything.
Yeah. No. They should let it work on legendaries, though.
That is true.
They should. It's pretty hard to get the tiniest circle. That's not an easy.
Easy.
They really should let that work on raids and just let people catch the Pokemon. But yeah, I don't know what they could be referring to this year. I mean, there were leaks to the photo safari and stuff last year.
That's
and maybe that's what they're referring to. But I'm hoping that there's something that is not leaked. That
probably just
maybe
their AI generated AR camera stuff. That's all it's gonna be.
Wooper Comday Classic this year.
Rowlet.
Bring it back.
Classic.
Bring it right back.
God,
maybe it's Pokemon Go for the Apple headset, so you can play outside for 2 hours.
Oh.
Maybe that's what it is.
Don't remind me that thing exists. We always had a mental.
This is the year it comes out. We're going to be seeing people going crazy with those. So,
no,
can't wait.
You mean going crazy as in this group chat is going to have a moment because we are all very scared of them, except for I think you and maybe OG.
I'm cautiously, I don't know if I want one, but I do want to test it out.
One.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy one.
To test it. Yeah. I don't think I could ever find a real use for it for what they're intended for. I don't look at anything that I couldn't look at just on a screen in front of me.
Right.
Yeah. But someday those will be tiny.
You can watch YouTube closer to your face. Why wouldn't you want to spend $3,000?
You'd be the most passionate iPad kid ever, which I know you already are, but it's a whole new level, man.
Well, I will say I have now in that VR headset that I just bought watched
Gremlins?
Five Nights at Freddy's and Gremlins.
Yep, I figured.
Wow. Okay.
And let me tell you, it is a different experience seeing Matthew Lillard hover over you.
I'm not going to make the comments I would make if we weren't on a podcast.
He did do that in real life, I guess. But
okay, but I'm thinking in VR Gremlins, I'm thinking of that scene where they're in the bar. That scene was really
for sure.
Cool
I was there.
You can walk around. Can you walk around in the scene?
No, I'm just watching the movie.
Yeah.
You're just
people
watching the movie
on a screen
on your face.
The Apple people will buy it, even if that's literally all they're using it for. But like, the eye tracking is cool.
Or can you just sit up close to your TV and get the same effect?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? It's literally the only.
I love Gremlins.
You can watch.
I thought Gremlins in the VR would be like an immersive experience. Like you walk around.
I was immersed.
Yeah, I agree.
I was immersed. That's the thing.
Because I was like, I like instantly thought of a scene. Like it'd be fun to walk around and.
Oh no, that would be insane. And if 3D modelers and stuff, I'm sure could do that. That'd be insane.
Yeah. No, they already paid. They already paid people to convert like old 2D movies into 3D back when that was popular for like 2 years and then disappeared again. Like you remember how they were re-releasing movies in 3D?
Yeah.
Like, go see the original Jurassic Park in theaters. And
I saw Beauty and the Beast in 3D.
Like
once upon a time,
they had to work to like
Phantom Menace
create the 3D effect for every movie. Yeah. It was probably not worth the time.
Not great because there was nothing 3D about those films, which was the issue. I think
so. Let's see if that technology does anything. But realistically, like, I don't think we're not going to get our fun glasses anytime soon, and I'm very sad about that.
I hope not.
Not that Pokemon Go needs it. I think it would genuinely make Pokemon Go a worse game if they tried to like make an AR only version of it, because that's what Peridot is, and all the stuff that's fun about Peridot is not the AR stuff.
Well, plus you could never actually go play Pokemon Go the way that like we do if it were like that, just because like think of how Peridot drains your battery so fast.
Yeah. No.
You would never be able to just like go out and play Pokemon Go for hours.
Because you got to think those glasses are rendering just like screens probably, and then if you had to render like a full 3D model and stuff in the real world, that would explode on your face probably.
Yep. Plus all the tracking.
It like melts your ears.
Yeah, literally.
So. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not the Peridot. I'm not the Peridot expert here, so I'm not going to talk about Peridot too much. But
there she is. You got any Peridot thoughts?
All right, what are we talking about? Peridot thoughts?
Parathoughts?
I don't even know what, I mean, y'all kind of said like if we wanna like turn off into Peridot, we can and be like,
I like
Peridot. Like no, Peridot's good in the sense that like, well, first of all, it does make your phone like nuclear high. So
it's a hand warmer. It's a hand warmer.
It like I've touched my phone and like felt like it's burning me.
I've had to take off.
Where I get nervous, like I don't charge my phone when I play Peridot. Like I refuse to because I'm like, that's literally, I feel like that's how I'd be on the news and be like, emo New Jersey wannabe pogo player like caught spontaneous combustion via Nintendogs, but not Nintendogs.
I've never talked about Nintendogs in my life.
I just did. I didn't actively vouch for Nintendogs, if that's what you're getting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Hot. No, I vouched for like a little bit in your stream, and then the kids thought it was really funny and picked it up. So then I stopped saying it because I got very irritated that they were stealing my gimmick.
Right.
But I wasn't like. I did. And then everybody tried to run with it and make it theirs, so I didn't want to share and I stopped talking about it.
What about security breach, though? I've said that nobody's picked up on it. When security breach?
I don't know. Gregory. I don't know. But shout out to the FNAF fans. They're watching. Here. They're watching that singular FNAF video I made. Did really well.
Really well.
Especially on YouTube. So maybe
good.
So
maybe I'll do it for content.
You're lucky though, because if you were to post that 3 years ago, you would have gotten killed for liking FNAF World. Like that, liking FNAF World. Like
you think so?
Oh, the comments have definitely represented that. Yeah.
Like people like FNAF World more now than they did back then.
Interesting.
Like it was Scott. Like Scott pushed that under the rug. Like did not want to even talk about it. And now it's like he still sees it as a horrible game, but like we see it as what it is.
I genuinely enjoyed playing that, and I hope he does more weird passion projects, even though he's technically retired. Is he like officially or no? Like I know he consults.
Retired. He's retired, but basically he still does the storyline and everything.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of he's the guy in the chair. They come up to him and say, "Does this work?" And he says yes or no.
Do you think Scott cried during MatPat's retirement video that was posted today?
I did. So.
Yeah, OG Slender PG cried.
I mean,
I have pictures, but I look high, so I didn't send them. But I
took pictures. That came as a genuine surprise to me because he says in the video, like he's at like peak with, or maybe not even peak. Like I just figured he was going to keep growing like that channel, like with the momentum he had. I didn't realize he'd been doing it for so long though. Has it really been? 13 years.
I grew up with MatPat almost. I mean, I liked him way before Five Nights at Freddy's. I know that's kind of where he started to take off.
Was the original.
But I mean, yeah, like
I liked him before he was cool. Sorry,
I did.
Yeah, sure.
He was always cool.
I'm sure everybody did.
I think he was still even popular back then, though. Like he was still one of the most popular people on the platform. I feel.
Yeah, and I mean, his style changed over time too. Which again, I mean, like
he even made Style Theory. Eventually,
he did.
His clothing did a lot better once he started doing that, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like he started dressing way better.
Yeah,
bro, his clothing brand is actually kind of nice. Like some things. Other things are like, I'm a gamer. Like
questionable.
No. I think his earlier merch.
That's where Gandy's cup is from.
Who would ever buy gamer merch?
I don't even know what I did. Oh, the cup is on the floor. Shout out to the cup that we already have a clip of. I could get the grippy socks if y'all need it, but
I would never wear gamer merch, but I would drink gamer fuel.
Sponsored.
G Fuel Code Super. We can we've actually had people order this, which I'm like,
really?
Oh, like a few.
Nice.
Code Super.
It could be one of you guys, and you're just not telling me. But like,
no, I got
shout out to the people using Code Super. G Fuel. They're cool. They're very chill.
Bigger Superplexes fans than we are.
I don't have any like risky.
Right? I'm kind of offended.
Like we like to test the limits of like advertising G Fuel.
I think I don't
have any ideas.
Money.
Today.
I shouldn't be buying his sponsorship.
Well, no, mine was an unrelated idea. Like, have you had your own like the G Fuel they've sent you?
What do you mean?
Like, have you drank it?
The super G Fuel.
I drink G Fuel.
Ew. Anyway.
I drink G Fuel, guys. Why would you even say that?
Was that the question? Are you asking if I've tried this?
I was asking if you. Yeah.
All of these are open. Anytime you see like the white top, it means I've opened it.
Or
all those back there.
The stinky influencers who just do
shills it and doesn't.
So like next trip, we need to make drinks with G Fuel.
Literally taste test party.
I've never had it.
No, I was talking
You've
like
never had it?
No, I've never had it. I've never had G Fuel.
If we're going to Naples, that'd be so easy because it's all already there.
Yeah, we could. That would actually make a really funny video.
That would be so
That's what I'm saying. That would be the best sponsor video.
I have a lot of tubs of it too. We have a lot of flavors, so
this is me before drinking the Code Super G Fuel handmade drinks.
I drank G Fuel.
We just need to
after 10.
You avoid like the Panera Bread lemonade.
We can all like record videos. That's how when we go home, we all record videos. Like 5 days off of G Fuel.
All of us scampering around outside, going hee hee hee.
Yeah,
catching shinies.
No, that would actually tie in.
Is it like a caffeinated thing? Oh,
I don't know if it's not primarily.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not as much caffeine as some of the other ones.
I can't wait to get anxiety, but faster.
Is it? It's not like a pre-workout though, right? It's just like straight up.
No, it's not. It's more of a recreational beverage.
Interesting.
I guess you could say. I don't think
that's so strange that it comes in like powder like that. Then
it's all right. Anyway, you can buy.
It's all right. Anyway, Code Super.
Code Super.
Code Super. 10% off.
Yeah.
Put it right
here.
Here.
What a natural.
Give it a month, and we'll have a really mean video of me crying, OG crying, Callie living her best life, Kaya probably just chilling with Loki because they're just chill as hell, and Gabe literally just being an AI in the corner.
I want to do like an actual like Pokemon Go D-Gen challenge. I want to like I want to make a list of all the daily caps you can hit in the game. So from like trade cap, PvP sets, buddies, the catches. Ones. Like, can you actually do all that in 24 hours? Because people have done them like individually.
Way.
I think if you ran an auto catcher while you did some of this stuff,
if you're auto catching while you're trading and you're doing PvP, I don't know. Can you run an auto catcher PvP?
If you did it on a day with like an event or like a spotlight hour or something, there could be spawns, so that'd be easier.
Yeah, I think like, and that could totally be a G Fuel video.
That could be really fun too.
I had to be caffeinated with G Fuel in order to do all these things in one day.
It would be
the energy to keep going.
It'd be really difficult.
Like I know it's a challenge, but it genuinely that just sounds fun to me, and that might just be because like I'm autistic and I'd like to take things to the extreme.
I was gonna really stop myself.
That sounds so fun. But the game is like, okay, after 3 hours of catching young goose, I don't think I could do it. Like,
it would also be hard.
It would be very hard.
You would need the storage to like actively let like an auto catcher probably run for quite some time if you were feeding berries and doing trades and doing PvP. So you'd have to like compensate.
Yeah,
and,
are you
like,
maxing out berries every hour in gym?
Oh, see, that's a good question. You would have to define the rules because the daily caps technically. Well, feeding berry is not a daily cap though, so maybe you could skip that.
Gifts.
I guess.
But yeah, sending 100 gifts a day, like that's another cap.
That's true.
You can send 100 gifts. That's whack.
If you buy the little,
you can receive 100 gifts through Pokestops a day. I think that's. Oh,
all right, that checks out. Because I was gonna say.
So you can send gifts until you stop getting gifts, and then you've sent 100.
Imagine you all of that just to not get your like daily 50 Pokecoins.
Yeah, you would have to get that too.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. And I was glad to see Daxie actually record himself hitting catch cap because I couldn't find a video of anybody doing it. And then like a week later he posted that video of him like actually doing it. I was like, cool.
Yeah, it was
there you go.
2 days after you sent that message.
That was so.
I was like, has anyone done this? And I was like, he heard you.
Which
I don't think I.
Yeah, the only person I knew who hit it was Please King. That guy like hits it all the time.
King is insane.
I think he's probably hit it. I don't think he had a video of him doing it though.
Yeah.
But like, unless he was streaming during it, he was probably.
It's not easy. I think probably the most Pokemon I ever caught in a day was maybe 2,000. Like, and that's
pretty close though. That's close to.
Is that close to Matt?
I think it's 2,400. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 14,000. My ear thing.
No, maybe. There's two different numbers because there's like a weekly cap and then there's a
cap. That might be what that is.
I'd have to double check.
Okay, so maybe it's easier than I thought it was.
But Dax finished it with like he finished it with time to spare, and I was like, maybe there is a way to do all of them.
That would be fun.
But even the PvP one, I mean that just doing 20 battles takes a lot of time. So like,
I guess I did the Jirachi research in one day. The last stage of the Jirachi research I did in a day, which was 1,000 something catches.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I used to do the 25 battles in about 2 hours every time.
2 hours. Oof.
Yeah, and if you're like fully, I mean, when I do buddies, I do more than Bandy does, but like me doing like 15 takes like 45 minutes. Like, a lot of time.
That would be the
time.
Switching buddies, like, I guess
every screen for it is so freaking slow.
Yeah,
like
buddies is so slow.
You choose like the buddies that run out really quick. Speed up that process.
It's not even that. It's just like all of the animations are like 10 seconds long. Like,
well, it's like Whale Lord eats his berries in one gulp, but everything else, some take 3
No, it's not even like about the speed of the Pokemon because I mean that does take obviously like differences depending on how fast they run out, how fast they eat, whatever. But it's like just like petting a buddy takes like so long. Feeding berries, if you're not just feeding them one berry, regardless of whether it's one chomp or like they sit there and nibble on it, like that's fast. Taking a picture, I've found that like taking the snapshot, sometimes it doesn't fully load in. It's not all the time, but sometimes you have to literally like finagle it and be like, yeah, I did this, or you have to re-click it and do it again. Also, my phone is like 2 years old.
I might just be your phone,
yeah. It doesn't matter. It's part of the process for how long buddies can take because not everybody has the newest phone. So I'm sure people have the same old phone or older phones that I do. And like, I mean, just like walking is like, you need 2 kilometers to get just one heart from that. And so forth. Like,
what are the caps with routes? Is it just the shards, like, or the cells?
You just get 3 shards a day, yeah.
So as long as you get the 3 cells, then you've basically capped your daily.
I still have never gotten one of those.
Really?
And I've done other routes at home.
Oh. Y'all have routes?
I forget to do. I go out and then I just forget to do.
I would always forget to do them too.
I only ever do them at the mall just because you're walking in a circle. You realize it eventually, but
I didn't talk too much about doing it just because it was not a fun gameplay feature. I just wanted to be done with it.
Yeah.
But getting 3 a day would range from a quick like not 15, like half an hour thing of doing the 3 routes to sometimes 8 or 9 routes, which was awful.
Oh my god.
That's such a long amount of time to get such little resource from something like that.
Yeah. And you get 3 a day. It was no.
But can you get up to 3? Can you get 3 in a single tap if you're lucky?
You can get 3 in a single tap, yes. I've only ever gotten 2 in a single tap though. And that happened a lot more than I know somebody in my community that got a Gimme Ghoul like jackpot. They got the 777 coins off a spin, which is fun. I don't even know if people know about that, but
I didn't know that was.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you can.
I've never touched Gimme Ghoul anything.
Same.
I don't think most people did.
Same.
I haven't touched routes. Gimme Ghoul, weird guy that gives you gifts on routes.
The party thing.
Gabe and I forgot to do the party thing while we were together.
I know, we completely forgot about it.
I know, I need to do the party thing still too.
That's like the only special research that I have right now, and it just stares at me.
Yeah.
Next group trip.
I think they should have released routes and the party system all as one big update. And
they
I think
seem like
it would have felt more exciting, and it would have felt like there was more to it. Like even just the fact that they put out Mateo as like a separate update, which is like he should have just been in routes when routes came out.
That's I think
they essentially use this as beta testers though. Like they're not going to release that many features all at once just because like they break instantaneously. They need at least a month for it to actually work. So instead of releasing one that like doesn't, they'd have to release 3 and then try and figure it out, and they don't want to do that.
But what drives me nuts is that instead of allowing us to be beta testers, they publicize all this stuff, and then people and play it and realize it doesn't work, and then they
that's the problem.
Where it's like, actually just let us beta test it, and then when it's ready, announce it.
Just give it to high level players, like they do almost everything else. Like literally everything else is like, you need to be at least like level. I mean, it's down to like level 31 for like a lot of it, or whatever.
They used to
it's
do
at
that
now.
a lot.
So it's like, you know, and Adventure Incense didn't roll out all at once. Kaya didn't have it for like a month after we had gotten it.
Don't talk about
that. Was so bad.
I did. I remember because they released Adventure Incense, and I was telling Gabe about this earlier. I was like, Adventure Incense easily was the most exciting for everyone collectively. Most exciting feature, I think, potentially, save for like some COVID bonuses. Like the trade distance obviously was amazing, but that wasn't like a feature implemented. Adventure Incense, I think, has potential to like go down as like the most in the moment exciting feature that they had added to Pogo, because every single person, save for like, let me be like that, save for like people that can't walk, but everybody had access to it, whether you were rural, city. You could be the only person in like a 20-mile radius, and you could do Adventure Incense and get a Galarian bird, and that was insane. Like unless that was crazy. Unless you were Kaya, unless you were Chef Kaya on TikTok, you did not have access to that.
I literally didn't get it for like almost like 2. It was like
you had to wait like 2 months.
And it's been out for so long, and still people still use their Master Balls on Galarian birds. People still go like those clips blow up like crazy still. It's crazy. Like the Galarian birds are still. I use mine on Routlets. Well, he's the 4th
Galarian birds are still some of the biggest clickbait you can do.
Yeah,
people still
easily.
Want to see it.
People are obsessed with them.
Good. To see. I mean, it's honestly a good feature. I wish their catch rate wasn't so low based with their spawn rate. It's very hard to get them. But now with Master Balls, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But doing it before Master Balls was awful. I did it though. No one else really has, so. I did it.
It almost feels like they released Master Balls for them. I mean,
they really did. No, they definitely did. Yeah,
it's a feature that I still occasionally use if I remember, but I forget a lot.
I mean, it's a free incense. Like, it's nice to just have something you can pop on.
There's no harm, and on top of that, it gives you free balls if you need them. So that's also
cool.
No, I use that a lot more than I think.
That's nice.
So again, it's like they release all these things. It's just like, man, just do another like adventure.
Isn't there some kind of like synergy with routes and incense? Isn't your incense better on a route or something?
It's like supposed to be. I've never really tried it. Because I tried it the first day, and it didn't really give me anything more than it was already giving me. But I did the daily incense, so maybe it's just regular.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. I'm like, maybe you have to use a real incense for that. That would make sense. I've heard nobody talk about that or have any data on it. So.
I doubt it's a thing. I'm sure they just want you to use it while you're on a route because that's like your thing. They make more money, spend more money on incense.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to think what
I forget to use my premium items.
What could they do that's similar to Daily Adventure Instance that would actually get people excited?
They could just revamp it. They could do a V2 and just give us like some newer feature. Like keep the same idea of like, yeah, we're revamping it. You don't even need to have a legendary trio. Like honestly, I mean, they implemented like Shadow Pokemon, and Shadow Pokemon were rare. And not that they can put those in an Adventure Instance, but it's like the amount of thing, like add a rare costume, like get this special Pikachu. That doesn't, how many Pikachus do we have at this point? Like give me a little walking Pikachu that's like a throwaway, or do like, they would never in a million years, but like pick a few costume Pikachus and be like, yeah, there's a slight chance you can encounter these past costumes that you missed.
That would be cool.
That would be fun. That would actually
make it super rare. Make it like Galarian Bird. Like you don't even need to boost the shiny chances, but the amount of people that want the Pikachu collection,
you know where that would fit?
Have them.
You know where that would actually fit really well? What if you could actually get contests, or what are they called? Showcase like encounter rewards?
But that's fine.
Win a contest, get a costume Pikachu.
Wasn't that
spoofers would go? See, I like the idea that you're putting down, but also spoofers would go crazy. I will avoid.
But they can only.
Like, I would rather them put that into Adventure Incense for the individual rather than.
But you can only be in 3 of the.
Yeah, like
that doesn't stop people from making multiple accounts and spoofing. Like my stops out here in the middle of literal nowhere, New Jersey. I've noticed will occasionally get flooded with a random spoofer wave. Like it's pretty.
Really.
Yeah. Well, they've realized that going to like cities and trying to do showcases is useless, so they fly out to go to like rural areas. It's not common. I've only noticed it a few times, but like
you live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's them saying, "Oh my god, you live near nothing. This is the perfect showcase for me." And I go, "Yeah,
dang,
yeah, you're absolutely correct."
I think they could do from almost revamping the raid system in a way of just allowing remote raids to at least have a free one every day. I think it hurts the game a lot now.
Yeah,
that
Pikmin gives you free remote raids. Like
Pikmin
Blue literally gives you free remote raids.
That Pikmin is, and Niantic does
or
that
even
a lot
just reverting the cost. I don't
Harry
understand.
Potter had remote raids. Like Harry Potter,
did they really?
They had a way to remote raid. Yes, way before. Niantic loves adding features to every other game but Pokemon Go.
Right, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, well, we don't want to add this because it's against the spirit of the game, except in our other game."
Literally.
Which to actually bring up Peridot, which is like a perfect reference of like the long distance. I know my favorite opportunity, Niantic. I love Peridot. Please, I'm begging. Anyway, Peridot, like, and I think this is more so like just because Peridot again doesn't have as big a player base as Pogo. Like, you don't really get benefit to spoofing or anything like that in Peridot. There is, you can all right, listen, the main objective of Peridot is like breeding for the funny little cool looking dots with archetypes and, you know, archetypes and stuff like that. You can do whatever you want. You get a benefit from being close to people. You get a low cost for being close to people, like by far.
Yeah.
And if you breed with someone where their dot is from a certain distance, it is way more expensive. And I think that is, and also the currency that you use for it is like pretty limited. So you can't like spam it or do anything like that. Like you can buy the currency and everything, but like actually gathering it is pretty limited.
You
so
can't
like
even buy it at a high rate. Like they really don't.
You can't. It's really limited. So it's like they do kind of make it where it's. It may have been what they were aiming for with like the remote raid limits, where it's like, yeah, you know, like limit yourself. Which the fact that they had already implemented like the unlimited amount and then going backwards was like, yeah, obviously that's not going to go over well. But I think Peridot did it pretty correctly, where it's like, yeah, we're going to like limit it a little bit so people aren't just giving into like, oh, this looks really cool, I'm going to breed with it. Like if you have a long-term mission in mind, you can do that. But you can do anything with range as long as you have the funds. So it's like, I just like Pogo confuses me because it's like there's so many things that's like just up the range.
Oh, they've been so inconsistent.
And charge me. I'll give you 1,000,000 Stardust if I can trade with my long distance homie for my lucky trade.
Yeah, people make it. I would do it.
I feel like before they nerfed the raid passes too, that was when I was streaming a ton and doing raids, and I feel like that's when a lot of people started to also stream, and I feel like it was gaining some popularity.
Yeah,
and I
it's like, do they see that and then they're like, okay, nerfed? Like I don't get the thought process behind that. Like, yeah, maybe I get it. they want people to go outside, but really, don't they lose? I feel like they also lose money in the.
Yeah. It's a huge part of this like Pogo is dying movement. Is like that was so much traffic. Was those raid streams were super popular, and now like it's not.
I mean, you gotta also think of like this community kind of started to form around the time of raid streams.
Yeah.
So it was like that's a big portion of it. But on the other side of that, it killed raid streams in a good way because like they were addicting. Like it is addicting to raid for Pokemon.
You literally had a
I will say, I only did a couple, but
I didn't have a gambling addiction.
I had fun doing it. It was exhausting.
For 25 years.
I think that's pretty fair because I mean I think Pogo struggles from like no one is technically besides that one Dratini event where they got in a lot of trouble and then they had to add the egg tiers because people were like you don't have your rates disclosed anywhere and that's very bad because they baited people and then they added them. So I think maybe it was a mixture of like we have this idea in mind for like our community which they've been pretty clear about. They will do what they dictate is good for the game regardless of how the community reacts. Like they're going to essentially do what they want with very little input. Shout out to those dev diaries, am I right?
Oh, I love those. Wait, where are
every
those?
2 months, guys?
Yeah, every 2 months. Shout out to the dev diaries. But like it's also just like I don't think they care at the end of the day. I think they care. I think they care about the game because Pogo is Pogo, but
here's my hopium take. Maybe the game has been really rough this year because they've been grinding on these blockbuster features that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, that's what they said about Overwatch.
Maybe it's gonna be so good this year, and they've been phoning it in.
As the person that had to live through that.
Yeah, it was a trigger warning, but it just started sounding really familiar.
No, yeah.
No, I don't know.
I think our only hope is Niantic getting bought by a big company.
Maybe.
That's what they have to do with Overwatch, dude.
It's so unfortunate
together.
Because like
Google needs to buy Overwatch and Pokemon Go.
I don't think that's but like I'm very, as we know, as like the actual token free to play player in this podcast right now.
In the room.
I actually have said on numerous occasions, like, if Peridot lowered the cost of their stuff, they would get my money. I've thoroughly since they changed Peridot around and made it where it's like, you can get nests and like do things. It's a pretty casual game. I don't feel pressure like I do with Pogo, where it's like this event is around for 3 days, and I'm working with 1 in 512 odds. Is that what Pogo's at?
Yeah.
Or is it forfeit? It's 1 in 512.
We don't know.
The average is lower than
I'm limited by the weather. I'm limited by like this, by that, by time gates, like you name it, whatever else. Like, but I've said it before, like, and they probably will. Peridot could get my money because ever since they've started updating that game, like it is genuinely Kaya, no, Kaya. I didn't mean to scare you off with my Peridot.
Peridot.
But and also like Peridot recently had a hiccup where they accidentally like I'll compare this I guess to the it wasn't Zygarde.
Zygarde?
Kyurem, Black and White, that they accidentally released.
Oh my god.
So Peridot, it's not the same comparison, to be fair. It's I think nests are about $5 in Peridot, but Peridot accidentally released a task that was a free nest. Like, you get free nests, they're still pretty limited, you gotta be smart with them, but they accidentally double released, like they released it for the 1 week and it was supposed to be the event and you get a free task, and then they accidentally released the same task again at the beginning of the week, and they almost instantaneously acknowledged it, and we're like, hey, these things, this task and like a few bonus things like are accidents, just do it, just keep it, go crazy, like that's our bad, just keep it. And like Pogo on the other hand is like, that's our bad, and also like we're taking them, and I think because it's not confirmed though. My issue isn't that they took it, that's fine. It's also that people dumped resources into it, which is a little silly to do, to be fair. You don't know
that.
No,
because they want to flex. They want to flex, and realistically, if you're level 50 with 11 million candies from raiding and whatever else, like you know what. That's not fair. You gotta wear Pokemon.
They probably got a remote raid pass for free.
That's what I'm saying. It's not only going to get revoked, but I don't know if Niantic fully refunded them for whatever.
No way.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, if anyone actually complained, they definitely would have gotten at least like one lucky egg, which for a hardcore player, that's so exciting. And
Well, they just messed up on the Rowlet community today. They announced on Twitter, they're like, hey, we put the new moves on Decidueye.
On the other one,
They actually put it on Hisui and Decidueye.
Yep.
So then they had to go back and be like, oh, sorry, now it's actually fixed.
Oh, no, I didn't even catch that.
I did.
People were mad because they wasted TMs on it, but...
Whoopsie.
And again, it's like Pogo just. I mean, obviously for like the actual events, like the ticketed events and like stuff that we hang out as a group for because you guys make the game fun when I play.
We're the only group
by
for
far.
Sure, yeah.
Yes. We're the only group that's actively flying out to the middle of nowhere to play this global event. Like everybody's going to the event or playing with their locals. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're flying out to the middle of like Texas to play this not boosted global event together because we enjoy the game so much. And it's like I still like don't feel good about just giving them my money. Like Peridot could get it already. Pikmin Bloom, honestly, Pikmin Bloom could get it too.
Yeah,
they could get my money.
I haven't spent that much on Pikmin Bloom, but
I will never. Yeah,
I don't feel like
frustrating. They've shown that they care about like.
Yeah, but also Pikmin Bloom is a much tighter, smaller loop and a simpler game overall, which is why I like playing it. But like,
which is why you would think Pogo would be the one to get my money, though, because realistically, Pogo's more demanding and more resource heavy and so forth.
I will say,
I'd rather give the free games.
I do the shiny hunting a lot, and I don't know what like the Peridot equivalent to shiny hunting, or if there is one. Or Pikmin doesn't quite have one.
Not in the same way.
Costumes but like, and archetypes.
But like Pokemon Go has kind of hurt shiny hunting so bad by they release new shinies constantly, and then for weeks they would put them out of events, and now recently they've started to like release a shiny and then continue to put it in events instead of I'm not feeling the FOMO as much of like I need to go out this week for these 3 days to get these shinies or else I'm gonna miss them.
That's why I think
you say that and I still haven't gotten a shiny Lechonk, so I don't need your opinion. Same. I'm shinies don't come easily to all of us.
I got like 2. I had. Like,
I'm literally like 1,000 Lechonks deep without my own.
I should check mine actually.
1,000 more.
Yeah. What about incense that's like Pokemon specific as like a future feature?
There was.
You know how like Pokemon Sleep has like you can attract this type of Pokemon if you wanted to hunt certain types. Like I feel like that might be something. Cool like even like letting people buy like an incense that they can specifically hunt.
Type incenses would be nice.
I think type would be the more foul. That wasn't a word. Fair route to go because first of all, I don't want anything taking up more bag space in Pogo. I'm over it. I really am over the amount of bag space, all these premium items and premium lures. No, I will not.
Spend some rare candies. You probably have like 400 rare candies.
I don't. I don't keep rare candies at all.
Raid. That's where you
I
get
don't
them
raid. From. Yeah, I literally my bag space is balls, berries, and whatever else. But it's also like I get all the premium items from like that. I'm not going to use my 30 million magnetic lure. Actually, I'm going to use my magnetic lures on Rowlet Community Day.
Sponsored.
Yeah. Sponsored. Use your magnetic lures on community days,
use
y'all.
Use
code Bandy loves magnet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think the type one would be more fair too, because once you start getting like type unique ones, I don't like that because then that turns into very monetized. Like
yeah.
What about Stewie and Sneasel? Me the $10 because they are loving their event tickets.
I mean, that would just be like, the bug guy could put on his bug incense during events and just attract that stuff. Like,
no, I think that would be cool. Or doing gen-specific things, like letting people hunt a specific gen if they like that. Like,
that's, part of it too, is there's so many different Pokemon out now, and I feel like they still filter us to so little.
Oh, yeah.
At a time.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to interrupt and say Loki had a very funny comment that was hashtag Bandy loves metal pipes, in case everybody missed that. And I will say that out loud for the podcast to hear. He's in the group chat feeding us messages. So that was Loki's contribution to that, and it was phenomenal.
Hi, Loki.
Thank you.
It's our live studio audience right there.
For the whole 2 people that are going to hear me say hashtag Bandy loves metal pipes.
Can you edit like a laugh track every time I talk? Just
sure.
I've got the time. So we can't hear him talking. That'd be perfect.
That would just a laugh. Honestly, can we just edit OG out at this point?
Yeah. No,
every time I start to talk, it cuts away.
Yeah.
Like cuts the music.
Except for just leaving the part where he went like at the fucking
I'm making like the perfectly timed screams where every time he goes to talk, he goes and just cuts off. Like let him get the little bit of the start in.
Just cut out every time he talks and leave in every breath he takes.
Yeah. Oh, even better. Even better.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love those. I love those edits.
I intentionally go and cut them out.
The asthma edits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Oh my God. I think we're onto something though. I think we've already made a few predictions that the next new feature is probably going to be a rehash of an existing feature, like new incense or new way to like a daily lure that you can use for free, but it's like themed around the thing.
That would be cool, yeah.
You know, like
it'll be that you could put at your house for free items.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to lure. Oh, Raiku's about to flash us.
But I just mean,
okay, Miss House, stop. You leave me alone. I got trees.
Don't want to see it. How are we feeling about the house stop?
No, I don't want to see your house stop.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You can. I mean, the Gimme Ghoul thing is basically a free weekly lure that's focused on a specific goal. So we'll probably see more of that stuff.
He uses those. Is the question.
You really should. I mean, you literally have a house Pokestop. You have like the best chance.
There it is.
Wow. No, I'm kidding.
It was so fun.
Such a flex. Wow. You just dox yourself.
Yeah. That's so
we'll have to
That's fine.
We'll have to censor it. But like I'm totally gonna walk it back, by the way. I was like, I didn't open my mind to the capabilities of like you mentioned having the like Pokemon specific incenses, but like hypothetically I didn't like it because it's like, yeah, that just sounds like a good way for them to monetize like pretty rare Pokemon where it's like what is it, Cryogonal? That's how you pronounce it? But that was a good ticket, and I'm not dunking on that ticket because actually the $2 that was worth it. That was worth it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But like, if they did like an event featured one where it was like, hey, we're gonna throw in like this just spawns whatever costume Pokemon or whatever featured Pokemon or whatever else, like, and you get it daily. Like rather than just like a one-off, like that would be, I'd probably pay the $1 or $2 for like a daily like fun little walk for 15 minutes to get the spawns. Yeah, that's also not dependent on me having nothing in my area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what if it was something that you had to charge up with by like catching that certain type of
that would be a good feature.
That'd be cool.
Because
I just assume they're gonna monetize everything, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, and they probably will, but they have not monetized contests yet, which makes me think.
Or
maybe,
that's strange.
Maybe they will though. Maybe they'll be like I keep calling them. They're called showcases, but
no, they're contests.
I think we might get a showcase overhaul with like new features that also comes with some monetized aspect. Like the moment they start offering like costume Pokemon as a reward, suddenly we're gonna have like showcase tickets.
I wonder if maybe instead they would do like a. And you can pay X amount to enter more showcases.
That
would make and do it sense. Like that. Yeah, because honestly, I feel like they could do the chance to encounter like a Pokemon, but that wouldn't really.
Yeah,
and I mean, you also get your $5 ticket every month because there's already been one leaked for February.
We'll see if that ever comes out. Is it for sure?
I mean, it's
the battle pass.
I mean, it's in the code for
the battle pass.
That'll be
a battle pass that is dependent on me having a Pokestop readily accessible.
I mean,
exciting.
It's already there. They just have to add a feature to it.
You want to see it again?
No one asked you.
Actually, is this a good time for Snow Pikmin reveal? While we're actually
sure. Yeah, honestly, we might as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll screen record them
down
for
there
you.
Looking like a super villain right now.
We've been on. Okay, we've got for like an hour and a half, so we're on track for a solid 2-hour episode.
I'm sorry.
Which is
okay. Here's the one.
Oh my god. This is not fair. I should have one of these after being up there. I walked through snow.
You kind of did suffer the most, yeah.
Oh, and it's a white Pikmin too. Oh my god!
Isn't that the thing? There he is.
I didn't remember to do that.
Are they both white Pikmin? Like
no, it's a blue one.
It's a blue and a white.
Yeah, you'll see it in 1 second. Here it is.
Oh, you have both of them?
Yeah, I just sent them out for you.
I'm so mad.
Oh,
the white was way cuter.
The white's better.
Oh,
what? Oh, that's good. There you go. Yeah. Enjoy the one time you can watch that animation ever.
I screen recorded it in case you want it later.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, it snows on them. Did you see that?
Someday.
That was cute. Okay. The end. I had fun.
Ew! Oh my god. The white one is like the animation for the blue one is really good, but the white one is like far better.
The white one's better, yeah.
The white one's so
that one I want.
He's
and
like
that's the simple joy of Pikmin Bloom, which I can appreciate.
Yeah,
it's little corner, even if it's not like Pokemon Go has a lot to deliver and is balanced and juggling so many things. Like, it makes sense why it'll always be the best of the games, probably, but it'll always be like the most contentious.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can argue Pokemon Go is not a good game, but I think Pikmin is a good game. It's just it's just not.
It doesn't try to do. It's not trying to do too much. Like, it knows what it is, and
it's a good game. It's there in its corner for the people that want to play, and that's really what
I like mobile games that don't take over my life. I gotta be honest with y'all.
I really like Pikmin and Peridot because you don't like sit and actively play it. Like, you set the mushroom, you leave, you come back. Like,
I've said, the dailies that I have to do in Pogo drain. Like, they're so, first of all, just unfun at this point, because it's like I do my grunts. I do all my grunts that spawn in because I like getting shadow Pokemon. So I was like, all right, I already told myself to do this. So like, I have to do the grunt. I have to catch all my house spawns just because like I'm still grinding XP and like checking hundos and doing all that. I have to do my gifts on top of that. I gave myself the buddies to do, which is like painful, and no one does that except for myself and Callie right now. Really just carrying the entire buddy, like,
the only
community.
People on the game that use that
ever. I'm sure there's like a whole 3 others that have like 10,000. There's someone out there.
Pickle certainly does buddies.
Yeah, and but it's like by the time that I'm like doing all of my stuff, it's just like, whereas like the other games, it's like, wow, this is kind of like not the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
TM. So like, and again, you close them and you kind of like let them marinate and do their thing, and it's great. It is great.
Yeah, no, I also enjoy games that don't demand too much from me to get the bare minimum out of them.
Pokemon Go has become like a second job sometimes. Like,
sure.
Planning like a schedule around having to do the, because like I like Pikmin community days because it's very like in the background. Like, I usually get those done because I'm working.
Yeah, because you're working, or because it's on Pogo Com Day, so you're already out playing. It's literally just take 10,000 steps.
Yeah, you do that in the background. Pokemon Go community day, like, if you want to even get a chance at like a good Pokemon, you need like an hour and a half, an hour like to go out, and sometimes people have jobs and stuff, so I get why like it's not as convenient.
Sometimes people have jobs.
Sometimes. Not always.
No, it's like, it blows my mind. Not always.
Not always.
Because it really does. It really does feel like that the Niantic games that are coming out after like Pogo, like Pikmin, like Pikmin and like Peridot and thing, it feels like they are taking the aspects from Pogo and just making them better. Like, it feels like they're listening to the actual criticism of Pogo, where it's like, Pogo community days rough because like you work, you do this, you do that, either the weather's bad, you name it, like, and you have that window and that's kind of it. And then like they added the raids afterwards, which like, okay, credit, that was a cool idea, but you also can't solo them.
You can't solo them, which is so stupid.
Well, you can if you're good.
So angry.
But like Pikmin community days are,
if you had like a team of Mamoswine, you could do it. But...
Oh my god, no one asked you.
Imagine me flipping you off right now behind this. Okay,
I'll do it.
Just know that's happening. Yeah.
Okay, we can edit that out. But it's like Pikmin has full length communities in there. The entire, like, if you miss one, you can just do it the next day. Almost always. I don't know if they've ever not done that, but you get Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, they give you 2 days.
Yeah. So first of all, not only is it the full day, it is 2 days to do it. And the same thing goes with Peridot. Community days last the full day, and they are only for the day, but that's you get to complete the day, which gives you like decent XP,
I think that,
which is very important. Peridot, and the paid currency. They give you the full week to get it. So it's like you don't get the discounted cost that the community days usually bring for Peridot, but you get a full week essentially to like do what you got to do, like, and get what you need to like finish the quest. So it's like it just confuses me because it feels like Pogo is taking the actual criticism of like, no, these like limited community days are not anyone's. I don't think I've ever heard a person be like, I love the limited 3-hour window randomized community. Who said that?
Yeah.
And if you said that, I want to meet for reasons.
It's so weird because that's the only kind of event where it's like that. Even like oh, I don't know. They used to do events that were like from 10 to 8. I can't remember what they were. But I know that it happened, and those were so nice.
Stuff are
yeah.
But yeah, they've done they did. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I have no idea.
I can really do it.
Yeah. I think it was the old community. It was like something.
Community days used to be like 6 hours long.
Maybe it was research days.
But also, and like,
research
I don't
days.
mind if they want to keep if they want to keep the 3-hour window to like keep community day where people aren't hoarding like for meta Pokemon or whatever
they
wanted. Like, just let me you can even limit it to the singular day. Like, just let me choose a window. Let me choose morning, day, or and I know they're not going to let people play at night.
Be so nice.
It would. It gives everybody the same chance, but it's like, man, if I work, it's like I'm just literally screwed.
It is a community day. I think they want you to form a community, so limiting it to those hours helps. But the issue is people who already have a community already do that. People who don't. So it's like at this point it doesn't matter. Just let us do whatever because you already have a community.
Yeah, and they've tried doing community ambassador and trying to feed into that system, but I think they're learning pretty quickly that if the communities are going to organize, they're going to do it. Otherwise, I think letting people have more control is probably the better pick in most cases. The community formed naturally in the first year of the game when there was nothing going on and no features to support that, no friends lists. People are gonna meet up to play the game. You almost don't need to worry about that. Just make the game good. Give people the chance to play it is more important.
And it's it blows my mind too, because no shade at my local group. If you watch this, a few of you are very, very cool, and I will leave it at that. But for reference, the community days, I think we even said this in our little group chat earlier, OG and I, it's the community days, even during the warmer months when they're good, it's just not people, I understand the community, but it's those aren't the people that I want to form the community with. The people that I formed my Pokemon Go community with, that I actively travel to play with, live all across the U.S.
And you think
if I was making a community with people, I would message them before the community day and go, "Hey guys, what time frame are we aiming for with this window?" No shade, Niantic. I personally am not meeting up with strangers on a community day in a random place because my park is full of a bunch of random people. It's not technically random, but it's still 15 to 20-ish from my house, So
I've had people come up to me before, and it's I'm not here to make friends.
And I know that's what
I've
they
got
want.
Headphones on.
You should be able to opt out of not having to interact with strangers to play Pokemon Go, and I'm fine with that. And I understand they want the community, but also let me make the community that I want to make for the game.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna make IRL friends, we're all gonna choose the same time frame. And if not, then I'm still not going to do it. I'm sorry.
That was the remote raid culture. It wasn't just whales are spending too much. That remote raids being unlimited, let people choose their own communities and run their own raids.
This entire podcast right now.
So to not have that is kind of a problem.
2 years deep, we should be the face of Pokemon
we are.
We are. Who else?
What am I getting?
You were in Daxie video. That counts.
Shout out to my video with Pokedaxi. You should go watch my video with Pokedaxi.
Go watch Pokedaxi. Link in the description.
Free advertisement, Daxi. Keep that in mind, but that whole single view of the person going, why does she sound like that?
Does anybody here who plays Pokemon Go not know who Daxi is at this point? I think there's people who will talk about him constantly. He is one of the fastest growing.
I guess.
But he's still newer to the scene, so he doesn't get recognized constantly.
I don't think Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think I've heard more about him than I've heard about anybody else in the past couple years.
I mean, at the rate he's going, he'll probably overstay any other current YouTuber that's doing it.
Hopefully,
we've talked about the seasonal. I won't name names, but the people that are opportunistically involved in Pokemon Go and
they
then leave
hop on and off the wagon whenever it
so
it's the boat sinks, they hop off.
So, and that'll always be a thing. There's people that do that for any game,
for sure.
but I think something we haven't talked about yet that I would actually be really interested in is like the research task guy is like, let me redo some of the research to like re-roll my mythical Pokemon.
Yes,
if I want to, like maybe I would even pay.
Oh my god, I would. That would be such a good quality of life.
Let me get another shiny Mew. I'll trade away the one I have, but like let me do all that work and let me do it again, please. Just because I like doing the task, but also like it'd be fun to be able to.
It'd be.
They could do bottle caps too. Like I'm leaning more towards the research. Like
bottle caps.
Relax.
I've been wanting one bottle cap for hitting level 50, please. That's all I want. Just one.
That would be so cool. But again, it's like and that's another one to wrap back is like they could just add like actual weekly quests of like they add challenges. They add those random like global challenges at times. It's like just add those for the individual that is like, I don't care if it's like 1,000 Stardust. Like just give me something to do to catch the stupid mobs. Make me want to catch the Lillipup on my screen that has been on my screen for 2 years now. All right. Literally. Like make me want to catch the Ratmons.
They had an idea a long time ago before like Spotlight Hour became what it is, where they had Spotlight Hours on Tuesday and they had like a double XP on Thursday. Like just a special event. But they have that global collection thing. Like, those global events. Why not take a day every week to do like a global challenge, and then however fast you do it, you unlock the bonuses for the rest of the day, or for 24 hours after that, I guess would be more fair. Like add more stuff like that brings the community together without actually having to be with a physical community.
Yeah. What if there's a class system? This is a kind of related, I guess, to what we're talking about, but like what if you could like spec into being like an actual bug type or water type trainer and get certain benefits from that? And then what if partying up with people in that type shares like those bonuses? So maybe normally like you get a candy or maybe even like a shiny chance boost of a certain type, and like you can encourage people to like party up, and that buff gets shared instead of it just being like, so we're partying up for no reason. Maybe it's like you can spec into that.
Because I'm torn. Do I go with rock for Sudowoodo or do I do fire? Because that's actually what I enjoy.
That's the choice you have to make.
More of.
And maybe you can like
rock.
Maybe you can like spec out of that or like change classes.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot they could do that like I think MMOs do that would tickle my brain a little bit and get me interested in like grinding. Or like just working on like long-term goals. But like even just making the party system more than just an hour-long thing would be fun. Yeah. I mean, like the weekly party system in Pikmin, I think is fun. So
it's a really good.
Like, give me Pokemon system. Version of that.
It's a way of doing the community thing without having to be there with your community. That's exactly
which is cool.
Which is back to what Bandy was saying about how they took all the Pogo criticism and said, "Oops, we don't care to put it on this game." And then the other teams, like the Pikmin team and the Peridot team that actually care about their game, were like, "Oh my gosh, feedback!" And they used it.
Imagine if we had quests where it's like, "Okay, you 5 hatch 30 eggs." Like,
don't limit me, like that. Tap something big, because limiting it to like 4 party features. Okay, if I'm going to be hypothetically making a community, let me open it up so I don't have to break up a community. Okay, our group does have 6 people at the moment, not including anyone that jumps in.
Well, we can get rid of one. That's the next podcast, is we're going to vote somebody out.
It would literally be you so fast. Get out of my face.
Except if it were like a hatch 30 eggs thing, we might need him.
No, I mean,
I'll take
honestly, what we're talking about is basically guilds in MMOs, where it's like you form parties for temporary things, but then you have a guild and like guild-wide quests.
Game.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Those would be fun, like a monthly thing.
That'd be cool.
You make a group, you get a little tag.
It would be fun to be able to like attack other towns.
Yeah. Oh my God. Bring Ingress and
we go attack Daxi.
Implement me.
All right, listen, Daxi, I know you requested your lawyers last time through your email, okay? But I'm just saying there's a reckoning. There's a reckoning coming around, and it's via this feature that doesn't exist.
Yeah. This feature that we're
delusional Pogo play.
I will say to all the listeners out there, we have a very good way of predicting things coming to Pokemon Go.
We do.
So anything you hear today is more than likely going to be in the game at some point in the next 10 years.
These were like hopeful if we could control things, though. Like knowing a lot of the stuff that we've said would never
We have predicted actually quite a lot via our group chat with Pogo. I would have to go back. Honestly, we could make a video on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what comes true in the next 6 months. Because whatever new stuff they're adding is going to have to come out before Go Fest. At least some of it.
Yeah. They usually like to release
maybe
new
that new
features
thing
before,
is
like
just
Go Fest.
Yeah, so we'll see.
This game-changing update is just Mega Mewtwo because it's like the most meta-relevant Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be like, we did Megas again, but it's...
That's like... When they did that whole big announcement of like, we're changing, we're adding this really cool thing, and it was just the Shadow Mewtwo trailer. And we were all that was so funny.
Yeah, that was pretty iconic of them.
That was genuinely like the funniest thing they've done in a really long time.
Yeah.
No, not as funny as Deoxys 911 though. Like that forever in my heart. Deoxys 911 was.
If you know, you know. I'm not gonna put any pictures up.
Deoxys 911 was crazy.
If you were there,
911 guaranteed that I will
never
play this game forever. Yep, that was it. Was just, and I remember sitting there.
They knew what they were doing,
thinking this is not real. Like we all were in the chat and we were like, "This is fake. This is fake." I remember they announced it. Yeah, they actually like announced it, and we like cracked jokes about it being on it. They released like the image for it, and it was literally like the Nexus coming off
them in buildings, like
literally jumping down. And I don't understand.
I thought Richie photoshopped that at first.
I thought, yeah, because OG sent it in the chat first, so we were all like, "What the heck?"
That's not they had announced it, and I was like, "Oh." Yeah, they had announced it, and we all cracked jokes, and we were like, ha ha ha, and then OG sent that, and I was like, that's fan-made. Someone else caught on 9/11
literally
jokes.
fan-made.
And it was literally not themselves had posted Deoxys 9/11, like...
And they never addressed it either.
They never said anything.
Canon lore. That's canon Pokemon lore, right?
Yeah,
I they never addressed it or apologized.
I don't think anyone really blew up about it though, because realistically, like
I was too busy to make a video about it.
Is 9/11 now.
Yeah,
people that like, not to be that guy, one of the hosts the internet at this point. I don't think a single person was like, "I can't believe Niantic did." Like, I think it was, "I can't believe Niantic did this." Like, which is morbid and bad.
Yeah,
of course. Everybody just moment silent, but yeah, no, it's hysterical.
Yeah,
hysterical. Congrats, Niantic.
Is there anything else we want to touch on in Pokemon Go before I pivot to watching TikToks? Because we are almost at the 2 hour mark.
I
wasn't even thinking we need
an hour. You're gonna have to edit this really hard.
This is gonna,
No, I mean it hasn't been that long.
Here,
we're doing pretty good.
For a game.
All right.
Yes,
because I think it is time.
That's the lore of Gremlins, right there.
Oh my god.
So, are you guys ready?
I'm excited.
Wow, we're stacked.
We're opening the DMs of the Super Underground podcast, which, by the way, if you want to send us videos, we will watch them on this podcast. Almost, there's never been a video we've skipped. I don't think.
Hi, Mandy.
He might have some. Let's see.
Callie.
Let's see who's in the inbox here. Anvi Sauce tagged us.
I sent it in the DM.
I sent it
on my alt account.
I sent it to you on
Oh wait, yeah. These are
the
messages.
On Discord, by the way.
Oh, I sent a video.
Lucid sent some. You got DMs from Superplexes? That's freaking
yeah. I know him. All right, should we start with the DMs or the random ones?
How about the DMs just because they're in? Well, I don't know.
All right, DMs it is.
Oh
god.
Chef Guy.
Especially because ever since I blacked out in the cafeteria, it's been getting worse. I can't turn it off this time. Especially because...
Doesn't Josh have this?
He does. I reposted a very similar one to this the other day, and an ugly Garfield floating in the tub with the headphones.
Hold on, wait. If I play this, if I reduce the volume of this, does that change? Is that more manageable?
Yeah.
It's been getting worse.
Okay, now it's not glitching out.
Yeah, it's not as laggy anymore.
Yeah.
Especially
me, if you even care.
Poor guy.
Right,
Bill Murray should voice him again.
I think this just brings up the question of like, what did you really want to get from the
Super Underground podcast account needed that vibe in its algorithm. We're trying to train it, so let's see what Callie's offering up.
This is what you're algorithm too. Don't worry.
The music. This is a good song. The Verb. Shout out to the Verb.
What is he yapping about?
What is wrong?
He's cooking.
Do we know this guy?
No.
Looks like my
No.
Shout out to Lawrence King 417.
Oh, he's done it a couple times.
Yeah,
okay.
Done it a couple
Dude,
times.
this is making me self-conscious about the amount that I use the sunglasses emoji. Should I be?
This is like that's not the Apple one though. That's something else.
True.
Ask Bandy about that one.
True.
That is. Me and Lawrence King know where it's at, so that's all I'm saying.
There you go.
All right.
I don't. It's fine.
Why are you drinking Pedialyte?
I need it.
Use up your eyes. Why are you drinking
What?
Pedialyte?
Oh my god.
I need
Oh
it.
my god.
Use both your eyes.
It looks like me.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's scary.
Thank you. For that.
Well, see, now I feel
Oh
like
my gosh, let's see what G-Medley Superplexes.
This is my contribution. This is for Bandy.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, A-Drive. We love A-Drive.
Yes!
Can we shut it off
All right.
now?
Anyway.
Why was that specifically for Bandy? Huh?
Shiny
Why
hunting.
this is for Bandy?
Shiny hunting. Shiny joke.
Yeah.
Oh wait. We can't forget.
I don't have any babies if that's what we're worried about.
No.
That's kind of what it was implying.
Wait, that was about babies or what?
Oh, my ribs.
Okay. Shout out to Lucid. Let's go.
The way it's 2 frames per second.
Yeah, this is really
the way OG got so close to his screen to enjoy this.
Yeah,
bro,
why is this not loading?
To wheeze, all right? God forbid.
Is this a video? OG
Wait, this
said?
isn't even like Lucid's playthrough.
No.
I don't want to watch 2 minutes of Lucid sending us Fortnite noises. I'm so sorry.
We watched enough of it. We watched enough. I think
you don't like Buddy Holly?
So
I like Buddy Holly.
I sent mine on Discord. I don't know if you saw it.
Okay.
It's a YouTube video.
Oh, we'll pivot to YouTube.
And we don't need to watch the whole thing. I didn't realize everybody else was sending like 10-second things.
We can watch longer stuff if it's good.
It's a YouTube poop though.
If it's good.
If it's good, we'll watch it. All right. Anvi just tagged us in this, so.
Oh, I'm excited.
Is this even gonna? This doesn't seem to be loading. Hello.
Anvi just decided to break
when
TikTok.
you let your brother drive for once.
Okay.
Whoa. This was Gabe in that.
Is there a?
Anvi knew.
You flatter me.
Okay. So
except it was like it was like slowed down by like.
Is this gonna end badly though? Like.
No, they're just sending you like some cool videos I see.
People just send cool videos with no like twist.
No jokes.
What?
Like when is he gonna hit the towers or something?
Made videos like that anymore.
Listen, I used to play a lot of Initial D in college, and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss having like an actual
used to
car.
Play with what?
Initial D. If you know, you know.
No.
I do know. I do.
I don't.
All right, I'm going through. I don't see any other tags. Oh, Nick's followed this account.
Nick's.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, the Super Underground podcast followed me, guys. I'm not gonna.
They followed me first before any of you guys. I just want to say that I win.
All right, so we're gonna open YouTube. We'll watch OG's video. I have a video to show OG as well. It's on from YouTube, but
that's terrifying.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Wait, I have to actually like.
Might I feel like I know exactly what this is.
You actually do. I think I showed you.
I do, yeah.
I think I showed you this YouTube poop.
All right, I have to switch.
Okay, can we pause quick? What does that mean? Because you've started saying that in the past week.
So YouTube poops are they're basically poorly edited videos. So you just take something and you edit it to make them say funny stuff. You'll see. It was popular in 2009. Like everybody was making them.
When they? Oh, I used to watch these for when they did it for the sports people.
With Caillou.
Oh, like those videos where they'd make Obama sing a Taylor Swift song.
Wow, that's my best score yet.
Hey, Chucky, you having fun?
No.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Well, games and rides are part of the guest experience.
25 to 30% of our sales comes from the back room. That means you plus balls. And remember, every guest farts. And our guests always come.
OG sent a video with an actual F word in it?
No, all the guests with a smile and a big compliment. This is just by demonstrating the games. You are the director of frustration. If you're not dispensing shifts properly, be sure to wipe your ass. Remember, these operations are the key to being clean. Wow. Let's see how X can happen before, during, and after business hours.
Callie being fucking stoic through this entire thing, bro.
There's a reason I didn't know what it meant. That's because I don't think this stuff is funny. I'm sorry.
Try to keep all your hair.
What's wrong?
Well, I was whacking, and I got my highest score ever, but there were no chicks in the machine.
See, Chucky, that's why it's so very important to make sure you tuck guests before and during store operations. During opening hours, your main objective is to make sure every guest has safe and enjoyable sex in our game room.
Machine must have 10 to 12 balls. To pass that, place your thumb in the famous index finger on the pass chink and then squeeze. Now that that's done, make sure you balance the ski machine. Help mom and dad get their child out of help. Think of some fun games for the kids in the ball crawl. Ask questions like, 2 balls do I have in my hand? Juggle the balls. Initiate for keys and relays. And remember, every kid's member is jammed in the coin net. Balls. Wow.
See, Chuck, being in charge of the game room is fun.
No, and remember, every kid's a lot of fun.
All right, whoa. All right.
I was gonna even say that you can cut the last part. That might be too far, but everything else is fun.
Well, I mean, what year? 8 years ago. Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
It gets the 8 year
That's
pass.
That's iconic. I love that. Callie was making me die laughing more by going.
Yeah.
What was I supposed to do?
Have y'all seen the ones where it's the sports clips though, and it's
I don't know if I've seen
voiceovers of the sports clips?
I don't know if I've seen it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, I have.
Bad lip reading?
Yeah. Bad lip reading.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I...
Those are an actual, art form. That takes work.
You didn't think that was art?
A YouTube poop is a little bit lower brow, I think, than...
A YouTube poop? That's
what those are. That's what YTP stands for.
Can we search Drake and Josh YouTube poop? I've heard there's
mine is clean. No, I think I gotta show this video.
No, we
Slate.
don't. I already.
He's been uncorrupted.
This about how I don't like these guys because.
Have you seen?
That's a real prop, and they pour beer on it.
Oh, you've seen this.
By politics, as he says in the film. I don't care about politics.
I wrote a thing on it.
He's a clean slate. He's the only one on the planet.
But
we'll get it.
Oh, fuck! You just spilled beer.
We're spilling beer all over.
Your precious gremlins.
Movie prop. Sorry, Rick Baker. This is your legacy.
I'm so mad you've already seen this. I really thought I could pull this out on you.
Invaluable piece of history.
The paint's coming out the alcohol.
Oh my god.
In case you didn't know, OG's a really big Gremlins fan. That's a real Gremlins
fan.
prop.
That right there is not cheap. That's $14,000.
Yeah. They apologize. I mean,
it was your idea to put a beer in
They
his
did say
hand.
to not send this to Joe Dante or something at the end. But.
Not my idea to put a beer in his hand. I want to make that clear. I did not destroy one of America's treasures.
They acknowledge the value of it.
He's not going to drink a beer anymore. He's just going to chill.
He's going to fall over.
He's going to chill.
This is
I like that they have the Graham Rag playing too. Of course.
We got.
Whatever you do, don't forward this video to Joe Dante, please.
Rick Baker, can you fix this?
Can you just make us a brand new one?
Email us on our web zone if you can send us a new gremlin, Rick Baker.
We're destroying the most basic human relationships and boundaries.
Anyway, okay.
See, now that's
That
a
was
Gremlins.
painful.
That's a Gremlins from Gremlins 2. That's probably nearly 14,000. Although that looks to be more of a background one, or it wasn't actually.
I didn't. I don't know.
Detailed.
That's a background one. Okay.
It's not highly detailed.
I wonder how they got a hold of it. Like I didn't hear any kind of story on.
Gremlins 2 props aren't as hard to come by. There's a lot more Gremlins 2 Gremlins that exist.
Okay.
Than Gremlins 1, I think there's only like 8 that still exist.
Because all the rest of them melted.
Yes.
Yeah. Did they really?
Yeah. You've never heard this?
The melting props? What? No.
Well,
Go crazy, OG.
This is your moment.
Go crazy.
Here's a live piece of gremlin bone used in Gremlins 2.
Piece of bone?
A live piece. Can we rewind back?
What does that mean?
So the gremlins have bones, and I cut a piece of it. And then
Where's Pogo not pogoing?
There he goes. Here is the screen used shirt from Gremlins 2, the new batch. From a
that's recent, isn't it? Didn't you?
Yeah.
That was. I remember we were here.
It smells like cigarette smoke.
Of course.
But
do you think that's because of the shirt or just because of like the case?
In that scene, they're actually smoking cigarettes. So I do wonder if it's that or if it was just.
It could be. No, I mean
Because
the cigarette smoke never comes out really. So
It does not. I can confirm that it will be there for fucking ever unless you wash it 20 times.
That's a better thing.
That's kind of cool though, in it for a prop. That it, got some staying power.
Stinking power.
Yeah,
all right. I mean,
smoky smell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean,
All right,
we're at 2 hours. Yeah. I mean, that's it. All right. Goodbye. Good night. No.
All right.
Just kidding.
Bye.
No, we don't have to end it.
So,
I'm just.
hey, Plex.
We're at the end of the.
Are you gonna pay me? Or how are you gonna pay us?
Yeah. Where do I collect my residuals?
Oh, we'll talk about that the next time.
Because I'm paid by the hour, and we're almost 2 hours now. So
you owe OG about like $3 based on what he makes at his work. So.
Based on his paycheck.
That's 2 hours of edited time. So I'll make sure that this is less than 2 hours.
We'll figure it out.
No matter what. But
if you can get it down to 1, you only owe him $1.50.
Listen, as we know, shout outs are very valuable.
Like my job.
Yeah.
So we do subtract the shout out value from your invoice.
Understand.
So